Welcome back to The Man in the Middle. I'm your host, Bill West. No, I'm not trying to look cool. My, my glasses broke before this morning's, uh, before starting to record this morning, and while the super glue was setting, I need to see. So, sunglasses. Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I can't see you. All right, let me get a little drink quick. All right. Um, Today we're doing secondhand treasures. Some stuff that I got from I think just eBay this week. I haven't been to any used bookstores, uh, Goodwill or anywhere around here. So it's just been things that I've been getting through eBay, but they're all secondhand. The first several things I'm going to be looking at. Just a second. Okay. Uh, Came from a dealer called Otis the Sci-Fi Guy on eBay. If you're looking for quality vintage science fiction novels, that's the guy to go to. I usually don't give out promotions or publicity like this, but I have not had a bad uh, deal with him yet. So, you know, if you're looking for older science fiction novels, you know, go knock on his door. The first ones I have are Black Hole by Alan Dean Foster. This is a really nice book for its age. I mean, the I can feel some uh, imperfections in the spine, but I'm not seeing any creasing. That's nice. Let's see, is this a first? I haven't really looked. I just pulled it out of the envelope. This is a first edition, and it's in I mean, it's clean. I mean, I've seen uh, new books and not this, not this well of shape. So I don't know. That one's going to go on the shelf. Oh, one I did also got into this day. Yeah, come back here. This is not by Otis the Sci-Fi Guy. I don't know if a couple weeks ago I reviewed this one coming in. Chronicles of Riddick. The book was really beat up. They sent me a new one. It's really nice. I have to send the old one back. But I mean, way to go, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Some Pulp Fiction from the late 70s, mid 80s. Lord Tedrick. And let's see if we can read the back. Announcing a new science fiction fantasy series from E. Doc Smith, creator of the fabulous Grey Lensman and the Skywalker of Space, comes Lord Tedrick. An all-new series of adventures by Nebula nominee Gordon Eklund. The best science fiction fantasy meets the best of science fantasy meets the best science fiction as Tedrick battles his way through two universes of adventure. In one universe, Tedrick the Iron Master wields the mightiest sword his world has ever seen, and swears to break the power of the Black Magician Sarpedion or die in the attempt. In another universe, only Tedrick's strength and daring stand between the dwindling power of the Terran Empire and total alien conquest. Brought from his own distant world by the mysterious scientist working towards an end he cannot know, Tedrick brings the war wisdom of his past into a universe of starships and alien powers. Lord Tedrick, the greatest Doc Smith series of them all. If I recall correctly, this only lasted for 3 books. Lord Tedrick number 3. This is Black Knight of the Iron Sphere. I have number 2 on its way from Canada. Unfortunately, Otis didn't have it, but I got 1 and 2 from him, or 1 and 3. The golden age of the Galactic Empire is over. All that strong men can do in such dark days to struggle against the evil plans of the decadent rulers now sitting on the imperial throne. All that strong men can do in dark days is to struggle against the evil plans of the decadent rulers now sitting on the imperial throne. And in such times, it is no surprise that Lord Tedrick, upholder of all that the Empire stood for, should be an outlaw accused of treason. Treason, however, can be a useful charge if infiltrating the enemy camp will serve the Empire's purpose. Tedrick and a brave band of friends make their way aboard the mysterious Iron Sphere, a Death Star controlled by the renegade pirate Frau Villian. But what they cannot know is that the Iron Sphere is intended to be their tomb, and that's always set on an inexorable collision course towards Earth. Like I said, great late 70s, early 80s Pulp Fiction. Speaking of some more Pulp Fiction, I was an idiot. When I made this order, I thought I was ordering two different. I thought I was ordering Eye Sugar and Mission to Mulligan. I have 2 copies of Mission to Mulligan. Yeah, one's the first printing or first paperback, and I don't know what this one is, but I think the last one I reviewed, the Deluge Drivers. This is yeah. The one before that, I finally found a copy of Eye Sugar coming in this week, I hope, and I'll talk to you next Sunday about this. And before somebody, probably too late, when I say the week ending on Sunday's date, like today is the 14th, the week ending the 14th, I know that Sunday is technically the beginning of the month, or beginning of the week. But since mail runs Monday through Saturday, that's what I'm going to go with, the week. And my review for Secondhand Treasures will always be on Sunday, so that's why I'm saying the week of. But Union of Ice. Ethan from Fortune has been on Tran Kai Kai long enough. Too long, in fact. He wanted out. He wanted to get back to business. He wanted to go home. And so he and his sidekick, Skua September, headed their giant ice rigger toward Brass Monkey, the busy off-world trading post where they were sure they could book passage home. But then they discovered their Tran friends were being victimized by ruthless profiteers. They decided to stick around and organize the isolated city-states into a functioning confederation, a governing body that the Commonwealth Council would have to recognize and protect. But the Tran had enemies, deadly ones at that, and Skua September and Ethan Fortune quickly found themselves back aboard the ice rigger Slander's Greedy, leaving a crimson rake on the frozen seas and hurtling toward the most chilling encounters either had ever known. I love Alan Dean Foster. I read many of his novels in my mid to late teens through today. I still read a lot of his stuff, or reread a lot of his stuff. But the last book today I got from Otis, the sci-fi guy, Star Trek Where No One Has Gone Before. It's a pictorial book. Go up to Voyager. Oh, it talks about Voyager, but there's no pictures of it. But it's a really nice pictorial book. Oops. Oh. Well, thank you. I didn't know that was in there. I don't know if Otis knew that was in there. Freebie. Oh, freebies are good. I love freebies. But yeah, I don't know if you could see that one. Okay. And I had this at one time. I don't know if I sold it to finance the divorce from my first wife, or if I lost it in the Great Flood of I think it was like 2017. Our condo was flooded out because the neighbor upstairs left his shower on and left. That was fun. I lost a lot of stuff. Okay, to eBay finds. Oh, when I bring up somebody like Otis, the sci-fi guy, I'm not getting paid to do that. Just like with Herofied, I pay for all this stuff. I don't get any payment. I don't get reimbursements. I'm just doing it because I appreciate the service they get, and these guys are great. All right, Weather Warden, Book 1, Rachel Kane. Unfortunately, she passed away recently, but before then she put out quite a bit of work. This was one of my favorite series first. This one and the one that came after that, the Outcast season, and there was one about an Undertaker, which was really good. Rider on the Storm. The Wardens Association has been around pretty much forever. Some Wardens control fire, others control earth, water, or wind, and the most powerful can control more than one element. Without Wardens, Mother Nature would wipe humanity from the face of the earth. Joanne Baldwin is a weather warden. Usually all it takes is a wave of her hand to tame the most violent weather, but now Joanne is trying to outrun another kind of storm, accusations of corruption and murder. So she's resorting to the very human tactic of running for her life. Her only hope is Lewis, the most powerful warden. Unfortunately, he's also on the run from the council. It seems he's stolen not one, but 3 bottles of Djinn. Gin? Djinn? I'll have to look that up. Making him the most wanted man on Earth. And without Lewis, Joanne's chances of surviving are as good as a snowball in, well, a place she may be headed. So she and her classic Mustang are racing hard to find him because there's some bad weather closing in fast. Great series. I can't recommend it enough if you're into urban fantasy. She was a great authoress, a person who writes. I know at one time I had the whole series. Once again, probably lost in the flood. Wow, these guys really they put it in a box, and then they put it in a bag. You put it in a bag, and you put it in a box. This might be, I think this one was a little more pricey, but it might have been worth it. This is the only book I don't have in the Orphanage Quintet. It's a little beat up on the spine, but at least there's no creases, and I can deal with edge wear. Okay, this is book number 4 in the series. This is the last book I needed. I mean, the cover is a little bent, but I can deal with it. It's a used book. It's got some little nicks here and some nicks here, but the spine, that's more than anything annoys me. All right. Amid all this military science fiction, this one gets it clear, straight, and right. Gregory Benford on Orphanage. Jason Wander is about to encounter his most challenging role yet, an Orphans Alliance. Humans have been discovered on the Outworlds, and the Army decides to send emissaries like Jason Wander. As interplanetary conflicts rage around him and the personal stakes get even higher, Jason finds that playing planet-hopping politician can be harder than commanding armies. When united mankind squares off to battle slugs for a precious interstellar crossroad, Jason will discover that the most dangerous enemy may be the one he least expects. I love military science fiction. In fact, if you could see my library back here, you would see that it's mostly composed of military science fiction. Whether it be from the Dorsai to the Posleen War, of which I'm getting quite a few of those in this week. David Weber's Honor Arrington series. I used to read Hammer Slammers a lot. I don't have any of them right now. Battletech. big Battletech fan. I have all the books, and I have some of the books in 2 or 3 different formats. So, Star Wars, of course. What else is back there? I don't know if I can see without my glasses. Yeah. The Lost Fleet by Jack Campbell. If it's military science fiction, I have probably read it. All right, this is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and share us on social media. Until next week, I'll see you all week. But this has been Secondhand Treasures for the week. You guys take care.